After receiving the recommendation from the awards committee, the OSPA Executive Board has voted to recognize Dr. Charlotte Eschenbrenner with the 2017 OSPA Early Career Award. Dr. Eschenbrenner, or Charlie as she is known, received her master's and doctoral degrees in school psychology from The Ohio State University. She previously received bachelor's and master's degrees in business administration from Franklin University. Charlie served as a school psychology intern for the Columbus City Schools during the 2013-14 school year. She then joined their staff as a full-time school psychologist the following year and has served in that role up to the present time. Charlie has served as an adjunct faculty member and as a graduate teaching associate. She has presented on a wide range of topics, doing so by traveling across the country at the annual conventions of NASP, APA, and other allied associations. Charlie already has several notable publication credits to her name, including the NASP Communique and the peer-reviewed journal Psychology in the Schools. She recently co-authored a chapter in which she discussed behavioral issues in the classroom in a social justice context. Charlie already is serving as the president of the School Psychologists of Central Ohio. She has served as a member of the NASP Professional Development Work Group and as coordinator for the NASP Speakers Bureau for the past 7 years. Her nominee, Dr. Keisha Radliff, Associate Professor and Practicum Coordinator of the School Psychology Program at The Ohio State University, described Charlie as passionate, involved, consistent, ambitious, and engaged. Charlie was the graduate student who not only read the assigned readings, but also ran that additional recommended books list on the syllabus. Dr. Radliff concluded her nomination by saying, "I cannot fully express how highly I think of Dr. Charlie Eschenbrenner. From a parent perspective, it provides me with great comfort to know that my children would be well served if they ever needed her services. Even as a professor in school psychology, I would seek her consultation with any concerns about my own children." That's just about the highest praise you can have. Added Dr. Antoinette Miranda, professor and program chair at The Ohio State University, longtime member and friend of OSPA. Charlie is the consummate professional. She truly believed that she could make a difference, and I believe that she already has. She has a passion for making a difference in children's lives and is committed to engaging in socially just practice. She is a winner. She sure is. She is a winner, and it is with all of this in mind that the Executive Board of the Ohio School Psychologists Association is pleased to recognize Dr. Charlotte Eschenbrenner as the 2017 recipient of the OSPA Early Career Award. Congratulations, Charlie.
Hello. Well, I did not write a speech, and now I'm going after two obviously diligent students who had theirs printed out. So I've scribbled some notes. I wanted to thank Dr. Keisha Radliff for nominating me. And it's hard to hear all those really nice things about yourself and then come up and talk, because you don't get to hear that very often. And this is why I think this award is really nice, because we come out of graduate training and feel like we're going to change the world and we're all idealistic and have these grand ideas, and then we actually get into the non-typical day of a school psychologist and have things thrown at us and have deadlines and reports and compliance and much paperwork. And nobody's in here doing this so that they can get awarded anything or even really thanked most of the time. But it's really nice to hear the thanks. And I think I'm thankful to the award committee and to OSPA for even having an early career award, because sometimes people can get bogged down under all of the hard day-to-day, we have to tell parents upsetting news sometimes, and sometimes the things that we try really hard to change with our students don't work as well as we hope they did. And sometimes we think that we have grand ideas about how the system can be changed, but we're just one little person trying. So it's just really nice to hear that people can appreciate that, and I'm going to keep trying. So I wanted to thank Keisha and Dr. Antoinette Miranda, who is not here, Amy Love, who was my practicum student last year, and John Cook, who is a supervisor for Columbus City Schools, and he was my practicum supervisor. And I'm in a room full of people that I've learned a lot from, which is kind of cool, because my professors are here, Dr. Joseph, Dr. Radliff, John Cook, who was my practicum supervisor, Dr. Krista Niemeyer, who was my intern supervisor. My mum's here, Lynn, who obviously taught me everything up until I ran away. I didn't run away, but got out of there when I was 18 and decided that I knew better. So I want to thank all of those people for helping mold me and helping inspire me to be a good school psychologist and a good friend and a good mother. And I want to thank my husband, who you heard I have degrees in business as well. And I said, okay, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. I got my master's degree in business in May, and I started the school psychology program in September. And right, I don't think I'm ever going to stop learning. I got a job where I need continuing education, and I love to learn. But I'm really thankful that I have a husband who is okay with that and okay with us racking up ridiculous amounts of student loans just so I can know more things. And so I definitely couldn't do it without him, and I could not have done any of this without my mum, who watched my children for me while I started the program with a 1-year-old and finished it with a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So lots of support from people in this room. I also want to thank my CCS colleagues, Columbus City Schools, because I love having a big staff, and I love that we can collaborate, and that I have a lot of people that I can text and say, oh, I don't know what to do about this case, and that they've got my back and that we can collaborate with each other. And my cohort, who did that for me and is still doing it for me even after grad school. So yeah, thank you, that's all.